See, but that's the thing is, like, you put celery in like a potato salad or an egg salad or whatever, and then if I bite into one tiny piece of celery,
you're just done. You're out.
It's destroyed. I love
Throw the potato salad on the ground.
I mean, literally, a tiny piece of celery will ruin anything for me.
Someday I'm gonna cook for you, and I'm just gonna put the tiniest slivers of celery and just see if you get one. Just to risk our friendship.
I will be able to suss it out immediately, and I will throw the food in your face.
Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. It's like watching, yeah.
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. I'm Dan.
I'm Tony.
Last week we talked about Happy Gilmore 2.
We're going to start off with this. Okay, yeah. Lay it on me, Dan.
This will be our final show. No.
I'm surprised you didn't quit mid-episode last week and just like, you know what? Forget this. I'm done.
I was watching that show and I was like, I wonder if you could tell how angry I was. And it's like, I couldn't really tell how angry I was, but I
could tell how angry you were.
It's like a lot of subtle things. Like, what is wrong with you? And I'm still there. I'm still there. What's wrong with Tony?
It's a week later, Dan. You got to learn to get over some stuff.
Actually, they had it on Instagram. They had a video that was Travis Kelce getting tied to the tree and attacked by the bear. They made a video of that, which I don't think was in the movie. They talked about how they were going to torture him.
It was very, very quick. It's when
Bad Bunny, I think.
Bad Bunny goes to his happy place. It's just very quickly he's pouring honey on Travis Kelce's chest, which is very sexy. Yeah. And then you hear a bear and he's like, no, and then you come back.
Well, they showed the bear and they had this thing and everybody's on set and everybody's like, wow, we're so funny. And I was like, I left a comment that was like, glad someone enjoyed this movie, something like that, because I did not. And, so each day on Instagram, I get a couple of people that, like, give me a like on that. So I'm like, oh, yeah, they're my people. I have my people.
My people. I have found you, my people.
So the movie made me so angry. I've begun to write a treatment for how it should have been.
Oh, I love this. I'm very interested in this.
I'll probably never finish it, but I worked it out. And you know what?
Are you going to send it over to Adam?
It involved him not having children. That was one of the main things.
I think I'm okay with that. As a general change, I think I'm okay with that.
I don't think
that would be all right.
You would have missed any of that stuff. And
no.
But plenty of John Daly.
Guys, you want to watch Love Island? I can't believe you didn't like that joke. Okay, I'm Tony, so mad about that still.
And I told that to Shannon, and she actually laughed when I said that's what he was watching. But
see, because it's funny, Dan.
But my point is, it's not making a reference is not. You can make a funny reference, but it's not a joke.
That's true.
It's a funny reference and you get a laugh, but it's not a joke.
You're right. I agree. You're right. It's still funny.
I wonder how many things you've sat through when people are just like, I'm making a comment. I'm making a reference. And you sat there and it's like, that's not a joke.
Well, if you didn't if they made that good of a reference, you see, references can be used right. And that was the perfect one. They crushed it. But I agree with you. In general, I do agree. A reference is not a joke. We complain about that all the time, but sometimes they get you when they talk right to here, right to your heart, when they reach into your soul and pull that out. I mean, good for them.
And Shannon did laugh, so I'm like that.
I love Shannon.
The one last bit I forgot with the Shannon and I had a big argument before we did the show, and I was like, well, Adam is a comedian, and Shannon said he's not a comedian.
Okay. I can definitely.
She made a giant pitch that she doesn't think he's a comedian.
Well, he does stand up, right?
Does he? Did he?
He used
maybe
to.
A little?
I think he did. Because I watched a clip over this week of him on the press tour for, was it Punch Drunk Love?
Okay. Yeah.
One of his more serious roles.
Which was his first serious role. That was his first
Okay, then it was definitely
role.
that one. Because he was talking about how it's such a different world to when he made Billy Madison. Sure. And how he expected everyone to love Billy Madison, and he woke up to to the day where all of that was released, and he was not prepared for everyone to hate him. And like he thought it was so weird. Like the critical response was so negative, and like it really shook him.
For Billy Madison or for
Billy Madison, yeah. Because he was like, we're just making something stupid and fun and people will enjoy it. And the critics just tore it apart. And he was like, it really affected me. And it's just a very different vibe to going into a real movie and having people say positive things. And I was like, I should send this to Dan because this is kind of Dan's whole point is that he's been burned.
That was the burning. That was the day he changed when he's like, I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. And I will not care in any direction. The praise won't really mean anything. And the negative attention won't mean anything. Yeah. And I'm sure that's what happened. And that's sad.
Yeah. It is sad. Yeah. Movie was still fun.
because he won't do that. He won't do that to other people. He will care infinitely when he's doing your project. But when it comes to his project, he's like, I'm gonna, if I'm gonna go to the Academy Awards, I'm gonna dress like a hood
like
rat.
a cool dude to hang out with on the weekend, watch some football.
Tony, what do we do? I'll ask you, what do we do on this show?
Oh, wow. I have to set this up. On this
turning
show,
the tables on you this time.
Hold on, I got it. I wrote it down.
What you did to me last week. I'm turning the I will say this one thing about Happy Gilmore. I keep on calling it Happy Madison. Chan's like,
yeah, it makes sense.
It wasn't a hard movie to watch.
No, sir, because it's fun. I know. I understand. I'll stop poking the bear. But
no, I'm over it now. No. It wasn't. We watch movies that are just like, you have to do them 15 minutes at a time, and you're like, oh, please.
You really got to step through some of them.
Yeah. Okay.
So on this show, everybody, we watch a movie and then we talk about a movie. And this week, see, I'm keeping it quick and easy.
Look at that. You got
this week, I got to pick the movie in response to Dan picking Happy Gilmore 2. I was like, you want to see a bad sequel, a bad legacy sequel? Let's go to Zoolander 2, the epitome of bad legacy sequels. So that's what we're doing this week. And Dan clearly loved it. I can tell from the head shaking. So this backfired immensely.
I love this movie.
No, you don't. Shut up. I'm going to turn this off because you were doing this to get back at me for last week.
The greatest thing ever is I would never do that. I might play at it, but there are only a few small things in this movie that I did not like.
Was it the entire script? Because
I thought the script was great. I thought the joke.
I am shocked.
I think this is appalled. Like Happy Gilmore 2, this movie was made for me. And I don't believe this movie was made for the people that either, because I didn't watch. I was
fans of Zoolander 1. You are correct. It is not made for them.
Don't care. But this movie was completely made for me. This movie just was this was truly random jokes. I thought the commentary on the fashion world was very funny. I thought the commentary on action movies was very funny. I think this movie did probably another reason why people didn't like it is because it is a comment on action movies.
But also Zoolander 1 is not an action movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
that's insane.
They put out Megan 1, right? And then they put out Megan 2, and then they made it like
which we should do probably.
Yeah. We'll do it when it comes. But they made it, and I think they made it into a different movie. People want the same movie. I'm
excited.
People want the same movie, and I remember seeing Zoolander, and I was like, whatever. There was a couple things I thought their interactions were funny. I thought Hansel was funny, but I didn't like Zoolander. I thought it was kind of stupid. But in this one,
it is stupid.
This one, I thought they handled the Zoolander character perfectly, and I thought Hansel was just right.
Still great. Yeah.
I liked almost all the secondary characters. I loved all the cameos. I thought all the cameos got in there, made their joke, got them out. Didn't waste time with them. The couple that they did use multiple times, well, Billy Zane they did not use enough times. We could have used 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, I assume, and this is based on nothing, I assume he wasn't all that interested because he's a great part of the first one.
Oh, really?
So to not have him be more integral seemed a little weird to me.
Well, I mean, his setup was great, but I was hoping he'd pop in a couple more times and just drop a thing. I think I found Mugatu. I thought he had a couple of great scenes, and the ending was fine. But I don't think I think he was the funniest part of the first movie, and I thought he was fine. He was doing a fine Will Ferrell bit, but it was not like the strong. I think people complain about the ending. I think that's wise because all the really funny stuff was in the other parts, and then his part is fine.
I don't think that's why we complain about the ending, Dan. I understand what you're saying, but the ending's just batshit crazy. It makes no sense.
I gotta say two words to you, Tony. Tommy Likey.
Tommy Likey. That's so creepy, though, because we know that he's not a good guy, right? Like
Tommy Hilfiger, is he not a good guy? I don't know that.
He's not a good guy, right? Okay. I feel like I remember us not. Did we not cancel him? Hold on.
I don't.
Let me look something here because now I might be slandering his name, and I feel bad.
Be careful going after Tommy Hilfiger. I mean, I truly have I don't remember it happening.
All right, maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
The Abercrombie and Fitch guys.
Oh, maybe that's who it is.
You might be thinking about
that. As a fat guy, I wasn't allowed to wear either of their clothes, so I could. Sometimes they blend together. So if I'm wrong about that, I apologize, Tommy.
And I mean, Kyle Mooney. I know there's a lot of people who don't like Kyle Mooney. I think Kyle Mooney destroyed every one of his lines. I thought his moderate
great in this movie.
Oh, okay.
He is the only character in this entire movie that I thought hit all the way through was him. Ooh. And I don't love Kyle Mooney. I'm not a huge Mooney fan, but this is like a spot on. Yeah, this is really good.
And I could see how people would respond negatively to the Kyle Mooney because it's and the people who wrote this was Ben and Justin Theroux, who wrote with him. Whatchamacallit?
Tropic Thunder. Yeah. No, we like Theroux for sure.
And I think this movie is very similar to Tropic Thunder, and I think that I think Ben really got. I think he was hurt by. I haven't seen him talk about it, but I think he was really hurt because I think. He made made exactly the movie he wanted to make, and people didn't get it.
He did an
thought
interview.
It was a cash grab, and it's like it's the
opposite of that.
They came up with and I mean, the movie is a beautifully shot, beautifully editing.
Absolutely.
It's a good looking movie. He made a James Bond whatever movie and it's tragic. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's so sad that you decided to turn Zoolander into a James Bond film. I agree. Because it's totally wrong. Tonally, not totally. Tonally wrong. Completely. So you have this, and this is why Happy Gilmore 2, for me, is great, is because Happy Gilmore 2 is the same movie as Happy Gilmore 1, just with new jokes. And that's about it. If you wait 15 years between Zoolander and Zoolander 2, and then you're like, well, guys, guess what? I'm bringing Zoolander 2 back. However, it'll be nothing like the movie that you like and enjoy, and it's going to be everything you don't give a shit about. That's why we didn't like this movie.
Well, because people can't view the thing in a vacuum. They have to bring, and that's your 100%. Whole thing is you couldn't view Happy Gilmore 2 in a vacuum. I can view things in a vacuum, and this is a great movie in a vacuum. You can absolutely
watch this movie without having seen Zoolander 1 because they are nothing alike.
Yeah.
And which is. Here's the thing. Sometimes I think that works. I don't think a legacy sequel is the right place to do that. If this was made 3 years after the first one, so it was just a continuation of the story, I'm more on board. But when the fans, this becomes a cult classic, and then 15 years later, you're like, okay, we're going to make it again, but fuck you, fans. This is for a different group of people.
But that's a mistake.
That's a mistake, man.
They are creators in a different space, and they're going to make a different movie. And this was a movie that
You're not wrong.
That I 100%. Thought was perfectly dialed in for the time period. And was it, it's 2016. That's in the, the waning years of the blockbuster. And this is a huge comment on Tom Cruise and all of those things.
Which is funny because Ben and Tom are like
friends.
Yeah, which is funny. Yeah, ish, friendly or whatever. It's great. He had apparently he had Tom come do like a video for his brother-in-law's birthday or something. So like they're friendly. You know what I mean? Which is great.
What were you going to say about what he said after this movie failed?
Yes. So Stiller has said that he was very surprised and upset that it didn't do well, but he said he is thankful for it not doing well because he feels if it had done well, he would have stuck to making movies like this. And this allowed him to like creatively switch and branch out. And then we get, we get some more mature things from him. So he's like, this was kind of the turning point in my career, positively and negatively at the same time. And, propelled me to the next stage. So that's, it's a good way to look at it. Cause boy, did we hate this movie when it came out.
They did. They hate. And I was just like, okay, I'm staying away from that, cause I didn't care for the first one. So I'm like, oh geez.
I love the first one. We watched these back to back yesterday. Which is not the right way to watch it. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If you like the first movie, don't watch them back to back. It is not the same. Very different movies.
Oh, Tori. Now you know how I feel. Okay, we start. We're gonna, since we've already done 25 minutes of the show.
Yeah,
we'll
just
start
jump
the movie.
Right
Zoolander 2 Magnum Edition. Is Magnum another one of the looks, or what is Magnum?
Maybe you should have watched the
Blue
first one.
Steel is the one look.
So Blue Steel is his like main look, and in the first movie, he's been working on Magnum for years, and everyone's like, "Show us Magnum." He's like, "It's nowhere near ready." So then the end of the movie, the final thing, when Mugatu throws the Chinese star at the prime minister, he stops it with Magnum, and everyone's like, "It's beautiful." Basically what happens at the end of this movie, just more realistically. Even though he's still stopping a Chinese throwing star in midair with a look, it still makes sense in the movie, unless this nonsense.
I think it was, I think it was Indonesian head of state. It was
Indonesian. Hold on. He must kill the Malaysian prime minister.
Malaysian, there you go. Not Chinese.
Sorry.
But I guess you're the one that watched the movie, so
I have a terrible memory, and apparently I'm super racist, so it all works out for everybody.
The best part was in this movie when they're talking about something in the past and they play the clip of the old thing, and I was like, yes. And it works as opposed to Happy Gilmore, where it didn't.
Well, I think the difference would be they do that twice, maybe in the movie.
In this
movie? Is it just once? Is it just the Chinese throwing star?
I think it's just that one time. I think so.
Right. So if you do it one time, it's okay. Yeah. If you do it every 10 minutes, it's a little much, guys.
So we have somebody running away. There's motorcycle gunmen chasing them. Eventually they catch him. He tries to go to this one door. And I thought he was trying to get someone named Steve, but I think he's saying Sting.
He's saying Sting. Yeah.
He's saying Sting.
That's funny.
They kill him. It turns out to be Justin Bieber, and then they shoot him a bunch of times. Then he lays there, and as he's dying, he does a thing. He goes and makes a last post, and he does Blue Steel, and then he says, "You can't kill us all. We will protect the chosen one."
He doesn't do Blue Steel, you silly
he does
goose.
Magnum?
He does Aqua Vitae. No.
He does Aqua Vitae.
So this is where the movie loses me already.
Why?
When they're shooting Bieber.
Yeah.
And they're doing the excessive gunshots with the shaking.
Yeah.
That's a direct ripoff from his own movie Tropic Thunder, which they wrote the exact same scene for Sergeant Forley, Ben Stiller. And Ben Stiller is so funny. He goes slack-jawed in Tropic Thunder. And the way he shakes, it's visually funny. But he's also getting riddled with bullets and then gets back up, gets riddled again. So they reuse that same joke. The problem is it's not the bullets that make that joke funny to me. It's the person getting railed and he's just his face is flat and Bieber can't do it. So to reuse that joke only worse, I was already like, nope, I'm done. I'm out. This movie's terrible. I'm done. That's how I felt in the movie theaters 20 years ago or whatever. 10 years ago? 10 years ago.
Well, there we go. Yeah, I was like, meh. Didn't do it. That scene didn't do anything for me. I was like, well,
yeah,
okay, we'll see.
But it should, because you're killing Bieber. It should be as fun as when Amsterdam kills Taylor Swift. It should be that level of fun, but it's not. I still think about that scene all the time.
You've done the whole thing, and you have Bieber for one day, and it's like you're going to get out of him what you're going to get out of him.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. It's the peeps.
They should have probably written some better, something funnier on the day. But
a joke would have been great.
We meet Penelope Cruz. She's Interpol agent Valentina. He is the sixth pop star to die. Somebody puts together that he's making a Zoolander face, and they're like, where is Zoolander? Okay. Then we do the whole setup. Then we do like a 20-minute, we do the exact same thing they did in Happy Gilmore, but this time it's actually funny.
No, that's so funny. That's so funny that you say it, because I feel the exact opposite. It's the exact same thing they do in Happy Gilmore, except for in Happy Gilmore, it makes sense. It makes sense for the character, and it makes sense for the story. This is nonsense. This is dumb. He built it out of toothpick. What was it? I don't remember. With popsicles? That's dumb.
That's
Dad.
the joke. The joke is he builds like a reading center for children. Dumb. And it falls apart because he used the same materials that they used when they made the model of it, which is popsicle sticks and rubber cement. Rubber cement, highly flammable.
No, it's not funny, Dan. It's stupid.
This beautiful image of this giant book falling into the water. It kills off the wife. I'm like, this is a funny way to kill off the wife. And we're done with the wife who comes back as a ghost. Wow, this is it. Legacy sequels. I guess maybe Happy Gilmore was watching this movie. He's like, well, I'll just check all of it. There we go.
Well, listen, at least it made sense in Happy Gilmore. They foreshadowed it in the first movie. Okay.
He loses. The wife dies. Hansel is injured. Mugato then is thrown into fashion prison. He's a bad parent.
So this is Oh no! Finish. You can finish that.
He's a bad parent because he doesn't know how to make spaghetti, and he loses his kid, and then he retires and changes his name to Eric Zoolander, and he is forgotten.
Couple things that I really found funny. The spaghetti's very funny.
Yeah.
That's a great way to lose your child to child services, because that's a very serious topic, and it's very funny the way they do it.
How do you make it wet or whatever?
How do you make it soft?
So, yes. It is very
So
funny.
stupid. So here's like my big problem with the whole movie to me.
Yeah.
Is it starts with Mugatu going to fashion prison. Not a thing. That's not a thing.
We're not in the real world. We're not in the real world.
But we were in the first movie.
Oh,
so that's where it's I mean,
was the real world he existed in?
It's closer, I'll say that. So I'll just give you the quick premise is he's like the biggest fashion model in the world. Hansel is the fresh up and comer, so it's a little bit about their rivalry, but at the same time, there's a plot to kill the Malaysian prime minister by Mugatu, because the prime minister is raising child labor laws, so you can't use children. I mean, it's so good. So there's like a syndicate of fashion people that are trying to keep the children in the workforce in other countries. So that's what it's about. And they take that idea, that kernel of like, oh, there's a dark syndicate of these fashion people, and they turn it into this entire world that did not exist before. So all the fashion police, Interpol fashion division, that's dumb. I hate it. That's not a thing. They changed the world so entirely from the first movie that it's just like, I can't get on board, because you're not even in the same world of the movie that we loved and asked you to make a sequel to. So that's like my big problem. And they really lean into it hard. They lean so hard into it that it's just like, ugh.
This whole movie's absurd. It's a completely absurd movie.
It's a completely absurd movie that has nothing to do with the first movie.
That's fine. I'm okay with it. No problem there.
That's because you don't even remember the first movie, Dan. You're watching this as if it's its own movie, but it's not. Okay.
Everything should be judged in a vacuum, right? Because what if like in 100 years, all the copies of Zoolander are gone and people only have Zoolander to judge? They're going to love it.
I don't know if they're going to love it, but they won't have anything to compare it to. That's for sure.
He's in like the depths of New Jersey, which is like
so stupid.
Like the depths of Alaska. Like that was funny. I was just like, they used the Chiron funny. It's snowing, and here comes Billy Zane, who's his new mailman. He's like,
that's great.
And he brings him, what does he bring him? He brings him mail, which is this.
It's Netflix.
Oh, he brings him his next flicks of Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher. Tonight, I'm going to have a total jack off. I thought that was funny.
I laughed. I wrote that down. I laughed. Don't worry.
Billy Zane laughed. The gift is like this puzzle box troll fashion lady. It's this weird. It's Kristen Wiig doing a sort of Donatella Versace, and it is, I thought, by far the weakest part of the entire movie.
Yeah, it is. It's not funny. It never got one single laugh from me.
Never got a laugh. I did not know it was Kristen Wiig until the end of the movie.
Oh, well, I mean, they do a lot of work so that you don't know.
Yeah, she's
that
got
makes sense.
big weird lips, and she's always wearing these weird dresses. And it's just it's not funny. And once again,
it's not funny.
They needed to change that because
but they didn't change it, Dan. So this movie's terrible. We're all in agreement.
It's gonna get so funny. He's gonna come to Rome for the new collection for Donatari. And Billy Zane gives him a thing, go engage with the world and get your son back. So he's all like, is this the part where he's like, you can do that?
Yes. Which is also a very good joke. Billy Zane's like, you didn't even try to get it back. He's just a moment of silence. It's like, you could do that? Very funny. That's very funny.
And that's what I really liked about this movie is he's a complete idiot. And just about everybody around him knows he's a complete idiot.
Same thing happens in the first one, except, well, I guess the difference is that all of the male models are idiots.
Oh, okay.
It's like, there's more dumb people. You know what I mean? So, like, in this movie, he's more surrounded by regular people.
He's the only dumb person.
And so there is more of a dynamic. Whereas in the first one, a lot of them are dumb. So his wife, whose name I can't remember, but his wife in real life and the movie, is kind of the outsider where she's like, you're all very dumb. And then Mugatu gets to play like,
he's not dumb.
Which was the famous line. Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because you're all so stupid and it's ridiculous. So, like, in this movie, he's surrounded more by regular people, which is also a lie because, like, Penelope Cruz is a model for a swimsuit model. Oh, God, I hate this movie. I hate everything they did. But, like, so some of these people shouldn't be smarter than him, technically, in the world that they built.
Sure.
So it's very confusing, Dan.
They could have modulated her intelligence. That is true. He's like puts on all his snow gear to go, marching back there, and he just walks like 6 feet to the Uber.
Yeah,
I'm like, there it is. That's a joke. That's a joke that works.
It's good.
It's always gonna work. And then we go to the Malibu desert. Instead of it being Malibu, it's like these endless wastes of dunes. I was like, this is very funny. The first part of this movie is fairly funny. And many of the other parts. So we meet Hansel. He's doing like some crazy yoga. I guess he does weird yoga because he does that a couple of times in the movie, I think.
No, not really in the first one. He's very flexible and he is able to take off his underwear without taking off his pants. And that was like his big moment in the movie, which is very funny.
There it is.
So they just kind of took that and kind of ran with it. Yeah.
So he has this golden eagle sort of mask on one eye because he got injured in the collapse. I was like, okay, that's going to be fun when we deal with that. He has a hawk comes brings him a message. He has to go home. He treks across that there's this home and there's just this assortment of random hipsters that are all there. And it's so fast you can't even clock who they are or what they are, what's happening. Yeah. There's like a sumo wrestler. There's, all these different people. And they all came 2 years ago for an orgy and have stayed.
And just never left. Yeah. And this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite character in the whole movie.
So his wife, who I think is, or whatever, his main squeeze, which I think is I don't know if it's Naomi Campbell or someone. It's some.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
not sure either, but it's yes.
She goes, I'm pregnant, and holds up the pregnancy test, and then we cut to everyone, and everyone
They're
holds
all
up.
pregnant.
Everyone's pregnant. Men, women, and the way they cut this joke is so perfect.
Yeah.
And then Kiefer Sutherland leans in.
Favorite joke of the movie.
Pregnancy. What does he say? He said, "Does he?"
Well, Hansel is taken back by the whole situation, and Kiefer just goes, "We thought you'd be happy," and he delivers it so seriously.
It's perfect.
Lost my shit.
It's perfect.
It's so good. Kiefer, I mean, bad guy, but just like a gem. You know?
Oh, is he a terrible person?
He's a mean guy. He's just everyone that works with him is like, he's real tough to work with because he's an asshole. But he's very talented. I love him.
He runs away into the desert and does the "Who am I?" which I think was probably in the first movie. I don't know.
It is from the first one. And it makes sense in the first one, and they beat it to death in this one, but it's fine.
As you have to. And here comes Billy Zane with the invitation to Rome, just like Derek. Great. They're in Rome. And
I never laugh again, Dan.
Oh, wait, we haven't even gotten to Kyle Mooney.
No, you're right. I'm trying to look at all the laughs that I did.
There's so many good jokes in here. There's this horrible bag. They both Hansel and Derek fight over it. They both say it's their bag because, of course, they both have the same terrible bag.
Sure.
And then they're riding on the escalator, and then here's all the paparazzi, and they think it's for them, but it's not for them. It's for Susan Boyle, who's right behind them. Very good joke. And then Fred Armisen shows up as this weird digital little kid person.
Yeah, no, this is too much. It's too weird. I did not laugh. I just felt uncomfortable the whole time.
It's so weird. You're like, what is happening? And he's the social media guy.
How old are you now? 11. Like, what? Why? What's happening?
They ride over in the taxi and they talk about being a responsible parent. Then we learn that Hansel didn't have a father, so that's sort of something he's going through. Valentino
magically,
clocks that Zoolander is in Rome. Then we get like these 10. Fred Armisen delivers like these 10 jokes about how it's a biodegradable hotel and there's farm to table Wi-Fi, and it's just this barrage of buzzwords.
It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. It's gobbledygook nonsense. I did not like it.
They have to stay together. He tries to call Billy Zane, can't get Billy Zane, and then they begin to bond over not being part of what's going on anymore, being very disconnected from the
Dinosaurs.
world that we're in. What is this? Oh yeah, so
oh boy.
We do the playback. Derek can't do it anymore. He's lost it.
Yeah, he lost the fire in his face. Yeah.
And then Hansel reiterates, what he could do with Magnum. And then
and the reason why that's the only flashback you get in this movie, because it's the only time that there are supernatural powers in that entire movie. And they're like, remember that one thing? We're going to pretend that that's the entire world.
Yeah.
And that's not okay, Dan. I hate that you're smiling about it.
I love this world. So Hansel is like talking about how terrible his face is. We see him pull off the mask, and Derek's like, "It's okay, it's fine, it's fine." And then he just starts screaming in horror.
And there's just like this little scar. Yeah, it's very funny.
But he takes it to 20. He does not just go, like it would happen in a normal movie where he just screams bloody hell and it's nothing. Okay, they glam up. They get a nice musical entrance, and here comes Kyle Mooney as Don Atari. He's like this hipster that hot and cold's everything. He's like, yeah, you look so lame, but everything's a negative, but it's actually
so lame.
Positive.
I love it. It's so stupid. Yeah.
And he just, once again, it's just a machine gun of information. And it's totally hilarious.
Just never stops. Never stops.
And he introduces a couple people, and the one guy, he's like, he gives the best terrible tattoos. He gave me this Colonel Sanders, and he pulls up his thing, and it's like Darth Vader saying, "Where's the beef?"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is the I believe this is the 28-minute mark. I'm like, this is funnier than I've already had more laughs than I've had in this entire show that you and I have done. The entirety of probably every episode we've done, I've already had probably more laughs.
I've laughed like 4 times.
You have laughed more
chill out.
Tony, we can go back
chill out.
I can find all the laughs. You've laughed 10 or 12 times already.
There's no way it's that many times. And there's only 3 more laughs left in the movie.
There's so many more laughs left in the movie.
No, there's only 2 more good lines in the whole movie, other than Kyle Mooney, who makes me chuckle the whole time that he's around.
He is just out of
he's on fire.
Out of control. The show is on a toxic waste dump. and then we meet Benedict Cumberbatch playing a trans character called All.
We are all.
And he's so good. And I guess they got backlash from the trans community that they should have used a trans person. And Benedict has had to say that he wouldn't have taken the part now. And that's fine. But this was 9 years ago. Things have changed a lot.
As they should. It's tough. That's a tough thing to do.
I think the bigger part is that they're making fun of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Which I find hilarious because they will cross the boundaries and they will, they're going to go after everything that has to do with the fashion world. And this is very emblematic of the fashion world.
And I thought that this was going to be like the new Hansel storyline.
See, you were just waiting for the same movie to play out again.
Because that's what you do with the legacy sequel.
No,
you gotta. So here's the difference, right?
So,
like everyone, you people, and I'm you, and then some other people are like, "Oh, Happy Gilmore 2 was lazy." It's not lazy. It is painstakingly loving letter to the first movie. It goes out of its way to be like, hey, we're still together. We're still friends. We're still doing the same thing. 20, 30 years later, this movie is like, hey, guys, remember when you made us famous? When you took a weird, crappy movie and we're like, this is the best thing ever made? Well, fuck you. We don't like that movie. We want to make a completely different movie that means absolutely nothing to you. You're just shitting on the fans. That's the way I feel about it.
So
there's a line in this movie.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's go to this. The world of the fans. How the creators only exist for the fans, which I think
no.
Oh yes, that's what you're saying.
A legacy sequel is for the fan. It's one of 2 things. It's a cash grab or it's for the fans. That's what legacy sequels should be. Because if you waited 20 years to make a movie about the other movie you did, the only reason that movie is still in the zeitgeist enough for people to care that you are making this movie is because of the fans. You see, that's the difference. If you made this movie 5 years after the first one, I'm fine with it. That's fine because it's still you're still in that world. Everyone else has moved on except for the fans. People that didn't love the first one didn't see this movie probably because they don't give a shit. So the people that are seeing a legacy sequel are the people that love the original. And this movie just decided not to care about them at all. And there's a line in here where Mugatu is, I don't remember what they're talking about, but at some point he goes, it can never live up to the original or something like that. And I was like, they know. They're doing it on purpose. They know what they're supposed to do and they don't care.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating. And I get it. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying I don't like it.
And that's the difference between you and me, Tony.
100%.
You're on the sides of the fans. I'm on the sides of the creator.
And because you're a creator and I don't create anything and I'm just a fan and that's fine. Fired up. We should make a legacy sequel to this movie and make it exactly like the first one. God damn it. Don't you change a thing.
Oh, I got to contact those guys. See if we can get them to make
Don't you dare ruin Fired Up. I will lose my shit, Dad.
Okay, so here he is. And then is it, I think it's Hansel that does it. It's like, well, do you have a hot dog?
A hot dog or a bun?
Or a bun.
God.
And he does it. He mixes it, I think, 3 different ways, asking the same question.
Yeah, he does.
It's just so. It's rude, but it's not that rude. But it's the question that 9 years ago you're going to be asked. You're gonna think to ask that question. Now you're not going to ask that question. You're just going to be like,
you're going to think it. You can't ask it. Like that's the you can't ask something.
You
like
still could kind of ask it then. Now you can't ask it anymore. And so they could make that joke.
You could.
And he's, of course.
I remember seeing that in the theaters. The wife and I saw it in theaters, and I distinctly have this memory of looking over to her during this scene, and she is horrified. She's horrified, Dan. Like in the movie theater, she's got her mouth open like this. And I was just like, yeah, I don't think we could do this anymore. I don't know. So I think even then, like we were,
it was on the edge.
I don't know.
It's right on the edge.
It was, I mean, and which is what they do. Like Tropic Thunder as well with the R word stuff. If you remember that scene, like that's what they do. They find that little thing that's, not okay. And they're like, well, we'll just cross that line. We're just going to cross the line a little.
The Simple Jack stuff in Tropic Thunder is amongst. And so I laughed as hard as I laughed at that at things in this movie. The Kyle Mooney stuff.
I did not. I watched Tropic. We watched half of Tropic Thunder after we watched this movie to remember that Ben Stiller could be funny.
I mean, Tropic Thunder is a perfect movie. This isn't a perfect movie.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
But this is a movie so packed with great laughs that. Yeah.
My problem, Dan. I'll stop, and then I'm going to stop.
No,
I'm going to stop complaining.
I understand exactly what your problem is.
My problem is that Tropic Thunder came out 8 years before this.
Oh, really? That
8
long
years before it.
Wow.
And so this movie just feels like hey, remember when Tropic Thunder was really good? What if we did the same thing to Zoolander?
I think so. I think you're right.
And I don't like that. I don't like it. You're trying to capitalize on the wrong movie.
And I think that's
if you want to do a Tropic Thunder 2, then fine.
Well, I think that's what Ben realized is they had so much fun on that. They were like, let's do that again, but let's do that with Zoolander and get the gang back together and let's have some fun with it. And the fans were just like, we don't want to have fun with it. We want to be serviced, which is what the fans.
No, we want to have fun, but we want to have fun in the same world. We want anything to be remotely the same. Please, God.
Nope.
Nope.
All is doing mono marriage. He's marrying himself because it's legal in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alexandra is there. That's Kristen Wiig's weird character. It's like, what is happening? She floats, and you're like, yeah, I don't care.
It would be funnier if I liked the character at all. You know what I mean? Like
the character needed to actually say something, but she didn't. Sure. She wasn't a stand-in for anything. Right? We don't know what she's a stand-in for. Okay. Cue the fashion show. They're put into coffins.
Very funny.
Up come the coffins on stage. They open. Here they are in red jumpsuits with "Hello, my name is" gigantic stickers on them. One of them says "old" and the other says "lame." And Hansel's like "old," and then Derek is like "lame."
Lame. Yeah.
And then here comes All descending from the ceiling as an angel, and he starts to whip them. It was so funny. Oh my God, it was
I'm glad you find it funny. I was just like, what's happening? What is going on?
This is where fashion shows are at this point. They hold them on a
that is the
toxic
thing,
waste
right?
dump.
Like
fashion has changed in 15 years.
I get what they're going for. I just didn't care for it.
Oh, it's so funny. He whips them. And then they get out there and Hansel's like, I think it worked. He's like, and I think even Derek gets, we were a joke out there. Alexander comes up, you're amazing, gives them a thing for the Incredible, which is just a fake Met Gala. Derek is done. He was burned out. And thinks we don't fit in. And then here comes Valentina on a motorcycle, smoking hot. And then she's like, I can help you find your son.
Yeah.
There it is. They go back to the Fashion Interpool thing, and he says that's not blue steel that Justin
now
Bieber's
you're ruining
doing.
my only. This is the only
like
other joke I wrote down.
Okay.
Is that she is like, she shows him all the pictures, and she's like, he's doing blue steel, right? And Ben Stiller's character, Derek Zoolander, the dumbest person in this entire movie, gets the line, "What are you, a fucking idiot?"
How does he say that?
It's so angry. It's so like it's not just like, well, no, it's this one. He's like, "What are you, a fucking idiot?" I don't know. That got me really good. Like the anger, the venom that he puts behind it. It's very funny.
Yeah. So he's doing Aqua Vitae. Then we run this. You had to have laughed at this ad where he comes out as a centaur cow.
Oh no! You're right. The part I laughed at is that she walks away. She walks away with milk all over her mouth. So you know that at some point she just started sucking on those udders, dude. Oh God, it's so wrong.
And at the end of it, so he's a centaur cow, and at the end of it, he goes moo.
Moo. Yeah, it's good. It's a good bet.
Valentina and Derek almost have a moment, and then we find out that the son is in Rome, which we know is a trap. They go to the orphanage the next day. They see him playing there. He's gorgeous. He's got the hair. Blah blah blah. But of course, that is not his kid. Derek Jr.'s kid is fat. They're calling him Fatlander. And then Derek has to go and talk it out in the pub.
And well, my favorite part of this whole thing is as soon as he figures it out, he starts like running away. We have to go. Like he's so ashamed of it that he's fat. It's a good bit.
He goes and talks it out in the puddle. The wife shows up in there, and she's like, "He's your son. He needs you." Somebody gives him the "Beware the Headmaster." I don't know who gives it that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
It don't matter.
Hansel gets a call, and it's all police song references.
Yes. Yeah. And he doesn't get any of them.
No, he doesn't get any of them.
Which is a great not. By the way, I won't do this as much because they don't seem to give a shit about Zoolander 1, but this is actually a great bit that references Zoolander 1, which they get to do like character profiles when they're up for the same award. And Hansel's thing is like, people I really admire, Sting is one of them. Oh. I don't listen to his music, but the fact that he makes it, so like the fact that they're using lyrics and he doesn't know the lyrics, that's a very funny bit.
Well, there's your legacy callback. They gave you some legacy callbacks, Tony.
You won the whole time? Come on, Dan.
So he takes off with the kid in the car, and the kid's like yelling at him, "You weren't there." And then at one point, the kid says, "You seem like an idiot."
Yeah. And he's right.
They get gelato, and then they have a giant car crash, which that car crash was very funny.
And you see, this is the stuff that I'm just like, no, because this is stupid.
It's very
and they're
stupid.
Both fine. It's just it's just such a different world than the first one. Like I can't see past Zoolander 1.
So wait a second.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
In Happy Gilmore 2, what's his name gets eaten by alligators and no one reacts.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's funny.
It is funny. One, because it's Eminem. And two, because he's yelling at these gators, and he's a bad guy.
Well, it's
all
just
three positive things.
They're just doing the Monty Python bit. You're like, oh, it's got the
which
dude,
one?
That
was?
Yeah, that's what they were doing that bit.
Well, sure, but they get to do it with Detroit. What? Great bit. I still say that all the time now.
See, but I don't even know I don't know that that's Eminem. Why would I know that's Eminem?
Because it's Eminem. First of all, you got to get up
like
to speed.
He's wearing like a bucket hat and sunglasses. I don't know that's Eminem. How am I supposed to know that? You knew that going into the movie, didn't you?
No, I mean, I knew that he made a cameo.
There it is.
Because they like
so you knew that
it was like one
movie.
of those things that they were teasing. They're like, Eminem's in this. He's very funny. Like, get ready for it. And as soon as he shows up, you're like, oh God, of course, he's the jackass's son. It's great. It's perfect. Perfect cameo.
I didn't know that.
Well, you don't know either of those things. You didn't know Eminem, but you also don't know who he's the son of because you didn't see the first one.
They showed Joe Flaherty in the flashback, and I'm like,
sure, but you don't know who he is.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you don't get it, Dan. You don't get it.
I got all the jokes in this movie.
You didn't get the Sting one.
I didn't get a weird callback, but I thought it was hilarious that Sting was his dad. Oops, spoilers.
Uh-oh. Stay tuned to the end of the show, everybody.
Car crash. His kid is reading the Malala book. We have a flashback that to the end. He marries Malala or goes out with him.
I don't know. That one was weird. I didn't connect with that one at all, to be honest with you.
He calls him a has-been narcissist, and then since the kid can speak Italian, Derek is very impressed. Because Derek knows he's dumb. He does know that he's not a super smart guy. And so having a kid that's actually smart, it was an emotional little moment.
Yeah, in the first, they have him more cognizant of it in this one, which is fine because it's been years or whatever. But a lot of the comedy comes from him not totally realizing that he's dumb in the first one. Sure. But again, it's because he's surrounded by other dumb people. So they say dumb things. And then when he has the chance to talk to his wife, he gives a eulogy at a funeral and they're walking out and he's like, what, you didn't think I would know what a googly was? And that's funny because it's stupid. And she knows that it's not stupid, but nobody else in his world would have been able to call him on that. Sure. So he's less cognizant of it.
As opposed to this movie where he's growing and learning.
Exactly.
Yeah, trying. Good, which is what you want in a movie. You want characters to grow from one point. You don't want him just to be the same stupid man boy golfer.
No, but you just want him to go through a similar journey and, be triumphant.
Hansel has
not become an action superhero for no reason whatsoever.
Hansel goes to the sexy spa where there's a couple of sexy ladies, and then all these other characters keep showing up, including a rabbi. Just so funny. And they're playing "Love to Love You, Baby," and then his orgy busts in, and catches him in the act of cheating on them when they're pregnant.
Yeah.
One of them,
and they're
Ariana Grande.
Okay, that's the one that walks out, right?
Well, she was the leather one in the she was the second girl to show up, which was one.
I know when she's leaving and she has a moment with one of the orgy people. I was like, oh, I think that's all right.
That was just for a second, and so he's all there's a pygmy hippo, which is not Mudang, but like Mudang. And he's all like, let me explain. It's Kiefer Sutherland, so, he's not having it.
So good. Kiefer just crushes it.
So then they all leave, and then Willie Nelson comes out of the back because, I don't know, I guess he went in the back. And it was just very funny. Willie Nelson, part of the second orgy situation.
Yeah, and he said something about not being done with somebody. I don't know what it was.
Some quick joke, but that's the thing about it is they do not sit on their jokes, and they do not make we're going to let you see everybody. No, they're if you miss it,
we're moving. We're moving and grooving. Yeah.
So then Hansel,
which is a good. It's one of those we're aiming for a repeat viewing because you don't you won't see everything the first time. No. But the unfortunately thing for them is that nobody ever watched the second time because the movie sucked.
So funny. Now we go up. Hansel goes up on the thing and does "Who am I?" And then Katy Perry does "Who am I?" from a different one. And then Neil deGrasse Tyson, who I personally hate, does his, and it's so funny. Oh my god!
Because he's so high and mighty. What don't you like about it? Yeah,
he's one of those guys, and he picks fights with people. And they're just really stupid. It's there's plenty of people to pick fights with. He always picks these weird, dumb. I don't know all of the fights he picks, but the ones I ever seem to see are just what is wrong with you?
Dude? Why are we doing this? Yeah. No, I was just curious. Yeah.
I laughed. I thought it was very funny. Okay, are we going to do the thing where we figure out the whole thing? No, we do that next. Okay, so Valentina, it talks about how they're trying to find the fountain of youth to get the youth milk. Somehow we end up at this basilica. There's a robe man. They followed into the confessional. Boom, it is Sting. And he lays out what the actual plot of the movie is, which is it was Adam and Eve and then Steve, who was the original supermodel. And so for all this time, the blood of Steve, and more importantly, his heart, is the fountain of youth. And the pop stars have protected Steve for all this time.
You're dumb. I don't like it. I don't like the plot of the movie.
Okay, you ready for the joke that you thought was great, Tony?
I mean, you try, lay it on me. Let's see.
And Hansel asks, "Yeah, but do you really have sex for 10 hours?"
Oh no, that was a good bit. That's fun little. And then he goes 15.
Oh, is that what he said? I think I was writing it down, so I missed that.
That's what Sting shakes his head no, and then goes 15. That's good. That's a nice little bit.
Tony, there's no more jokes. Oh yeah, there's another joke. Oh, there's another joke.
I didn't laugh out loud. It's funnier thinking about it because I was so mad that I wasn't laughing.
Oh, they go back to the orphanage. The orphanage is completely empty. There's wind blowing through it. They find a wig. They're playing Relax, Don't Do It. So now we're going to have to go to the fashion prison because they figured out that this is all Mugatu's plan somehow. Valentina, we set up that she was a bikini model, but she couldn't transition into fashion because her boobs were too big.
Why does she have to be a model? Why? What is that?
And then Hansel does. We do somebody's dead, and then Hansel does a whole thing like, yeah, they're dead and buried. There's probably only 2 teeth left. There's probably only
his wife, because so Hansel is like, dude, you should go for this.
Oh yeah,
and Zoolander's like, with Matilda still warm in the grave, and he's like, warm? She's been dead for years. There's probably nothing left. Yeah,
a couple of teeth. Another thing. She's basically the crypt keeper.
Yeah.
So good, so funny.
Yeah.
Derek goes in alone. There he's walking. That's so funny. They do a MC Hammer parachute pants joke. We do a joke about members only jackets with John Malkovich. Not sure why it was John. And then here we have Mugatu in this giant room, and there's this big post in the middle. And there's this giant long chain. When he walks forward and the chain goes clink, 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 it starts going to its full length. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Oh my God.
I loved it so much.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Then he makes Zoolander tea with his feet because his arms
gross.
are tied up.
So gross.
And then he's like, oh, I've got an itch. And then we kind of go back and forth a couple of times because he wants Derek to Derek's like, well, I'll scratch it for you, but maybe you're trying to trick me. And then we go back and forth. And of course he's trying to trick him. Derek goes to scratch his scratch. He gets bitten by Mugatu, and then Mugatu like spins the chain around and Derek's all tied up. And then Mugatu's like, well, I'll let you go, but only if you let me go, but then I won't hurt you or something. He does this whole bargaining thing and basically ends up chaining up Zoolander because he's so stupid. And Mugatu is free.
You see a skip over the masks? The entire point of his escape plan?
You mean the funniest part of the entire movie.
Oh, no.
It's so funny. He then does a whole thing where we have this montage of him using his feet to make masks. And then he puts the Mugatu mask on Zoolander. He puts the Zoolander mask on him, and then we see the mask. Tony, talk about what the mask looks like.
It's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. It looks, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like half paper mache. It's terrifying. It doesn't look anything right. And the whole bit is he can walk out because male models are somehow the security guards at the prison. It's all so stupid. It's so frustrating because this is not the first movie at all. And it's a slap in the face. Let me tell you why it's a slap in the face to fans of the first one. Because there's this wonderful scene in the first one where they're like, we have to infiltrate this building. me and Zoolander and Hansel, and he's like, they'll be looking for us, but they won't be looking for not us. And so they take a tiny compact full of like 4 makeups, and they go in as 2 different people. Like it's literally different actors, and that's very funny because he's so good with makeup. So this is like the slap in the face where it's like, okay, but instead we're gonna make it look like the ugliest thing in the world, and somehow it works.
It's so funny.
Frustrating. It was just frustrating.
The masks looked so funny.
I mean, visually, yes, the masks looked funny. In the world of the movie, I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Because we pitched this whole thing where he made these perfect masks, and then they look like shit.
But then they still work.
See, Tony, it's the same joke, but it's inverted.
It's an inverted joke, and everything about this is the opposite of the first one. That's that, and it's just a slap in the face.
They inverted the joke. You should find it funnier because they surprise.
I find it
offensive. And that's the whole thing is you will watch the entirety of Lost, all 7 seasons. How many times have you watched the entirety of Lost? 7 seasons.
Oh yeah, several times. I would say like less than 10, more than 3. Somewhere in there.
And you will, during your lifetime, probably watch that at least 10 or more times.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Bunch more times. It's a great show. Perfect show.
And there's 2 different kinds of fandom. There's fandom that just want to roll into that warm blanket and have it go back to that same experience. And then there's people that are like me that are looking for something that's actually interesting.
A better example to really prove your point, Dan, is Friends. How many times have I watched Friends in my life? Like, I don't know. I would say I've watched it cover to cover 30 times.
Oh, really? Wow.
Probably. Like, it's one of those shows that when we're just like sitting there, we're like, we need something on, but we don't want to do anything. We'll just watch like 5 episodes of Friends. You watch it before bed. Like, there was a period in my life where I watched it before 2 to 3 episodes before bed every single night. Like, and you would just cycle through it. Because it's like going home, sure. Like it's comfortable, but I still find it funny. It's not like I watch it and I don't laugh now because I know everything that happens. I still find it funny, even though I know the jokes.
Shannon puts on King of the Hill all the time. And
has she watched the new one?
It's great.
Is it good? It's on my list of things, but I never finished the original, and I feel like I have to watch all 14 seasons or whatever the original. I don't know.
No.
I know that I don't need to, but my brain is like, what if I miss something? What if I miss a reference that they do to an episode that I didn't see?
It doesn't matter because it's so well written.
Yeah, I believe it. I do.
They're not, maybe they are, I will say they aren't as tight as those old ones just because they they had to ramp up and make 10. And you're never going to be as tight as, the 5th season of a show like that, where the writers are just like, they know what it is. They know how to get to the right feels. They get to the feels with this one, but not as, it doesn't hit as hard and as strong, but but
the fact that it's even like, on that, you know what I mean? Like, that's impressive.
It is incredibly impressive that they not that it's exactly a formula, but they have replicated the formula to 90 to 95%, and
that's pretty damn good.
Still made it, be able to exist now, right? It's just
right, like as opposed to Zoolander 2, which used 0% of the formula. Dan,
don't agree with the formula. He takes the helicopter. There's Bugatti gets in the helicopter. There's his assistant. He's like, where's my goddamn latte? And then, she throws it back on it for some reason. It's very funny.
All of that's nods to the first one, but it's not as funny in this.
He goes to the ATOS building. Hansel has you're like, oh, where's Hansel? Because Hansel's stowed away on the helicopter. He's like, why isn't he on the bottom of it? He has stowed away on the top of the propeller. See, Tony, that you do not know that's coming.
But here's the thing: is that I don't know it's coming because it shouldn't come in a Zoolander movie. This is not a Zoolander movie, and I can't get past it. In a movie that is Naked Gun, right? I would find that funny, But that's not what this is. This is Zoolander 2. It's the sequel to a different movie.
We set up his athleticism of doing yoga stuff. We set it up in the beginning of the movie. Here's Alexandra. They do a weird kiss. Donatari's there. They kill Donatari.
They do a weird kiss, by the way. It's
but
gross.
That's like a thing. That's like a Saturday Night Live.
It's like a Saturday Night Live thing. I know, and I don't like it. I don't think it belongs in this movie, and I don't like it.
I mean, if Kristen Wiig was just playing Kristen Wiig and having problems with all this fashion, it would have been beyond hilarious.
Yes,
but
I agree.
Her
with
just doing a weird voice and sort of not doing. I mean, she literally doesn't do anything else. She just freezes herself and does this, and you're like, you have taken one of the greatest physical comedians and you've removed the physicality from
unphysicalized her. Yeah,
You got to get her moving around. If you're going to do a Donatella Versace, just have her do Donatella Versace, which would be very funny. Just go, make it over the top. She's it feels restrained.
Because if this was the first one, that's what they would have done, Dan. Because it was more about critiquing the fashion world. Okay, and this one thinks it's an action movie and it's stupid.
So this is a bad carryover from the first movie. That's why it didn't work. Weird kiss, kills him. They're gonna kill the kid tonight. Junior's in this weird room. It's this weird plastic room,
weird candy
room. There's a pasta bar and there's a lard bar, and who is it? So I think Hansel is looking in there, and he says,
because he's spying. So he's on the phone with Zoolander. He's like telling him what he sees. He's like, he's fine. He's got candy. He's got, I don't know.
He's got lard.
So weird. Yeah.
So Zoolander and Valentina swim back because she's an incredible swimmer because she was a swimsuit model. Okay.
Which is not what swimsuit models do, by the way. They don't swim. If she was an Olympic swimmer, then that's a good joke, Dan. But this doesn't make any sense.
Okay, now we're going to go into some part that's really funny. That you're going to find really funny. So he's trying to free the kid, and the kid is like, "You knew my mom," and then Hansel starts talking about having sex with her.
Oh, the sex, yeah.
You didn't find that funny.
I'm so mad by this point, Dan, that I don't know if I can look at it objectively. I don't, because when you say it, that situation is funny. But when I'm watching this movie, I'm like, ugh, more nonsense. I hate this movie. I don't know.
They're talking about the two of them plowing his mom. I believe
because they had threesomes. That was like their thing. Yeah.
It's so rude.
It is. You're absolutely right.
So they get to the Incredible. They follow in Anna Wintour. They find Hansel. They see Tommy Hilfiger. They're all here for the sacrifice.
Which doesn't even make sense to me, Dan. Why are they there?
Oh, because they want to live. Okay, so what the plot of the movie is that the chosen one, which is Derek's kid, his blood is a fountain of youth. Well, because he's descended from the original supermodel.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's nonsense.
The joke being is it isn't Derek, it's the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No. So I'm saying, why are these fashion icons there?
Oh, because they want to live forever.
Why? What does that have to do with fashion? Anybody could be in this room. It has nothing to do. And the reason why I'm saying this is because in the first one,
I see. Because
the whole bit is they're all trying to kill this guy because he's getting rid of their cheap child labor. It has something to do with the fashion world. This could be about any group of people that want to live forever. It has nothing to do with fashion. Why would these fashion moguls be like, well, we're the only ones that know about the fountain of youth? That doesn't make no sense.
Okay, here's my pitch. Why don't they make it about something funny like money?
Agreed. How about that? I agree. Or just make it about child labor laws, because guess what? We're still having problems with that.
There's truth to that. So somebody reiterates the whole plot. Okay, so somebody throws the blade at Derek. Derek tries to use Magnum to stop the blade, sticks him in the face.
Great. This is my next laugh of the movie. It's been about an hour since I've laughed, but this was because this is a callback to the first movie. This is me saying, "Hey, remember when I did this in the first movie? Well, now the opposite's happening, and that's funny."
They all start chanting "Blood of Steve," and then Mugatu explains that it's all bullshit, and it's he's going to kill them all for some reason. Why is he killing them all? I don't know.
I have no idea, Dan.
He explains it. I don't remember what it was.
It's about revenge because they all let him sit in prison for 10 years or something.
That's what it was. Yeah. It was revenge. It's a revenge story. He calls for the silks. The silks come down, and then he starts doing, silk wrap thing, which was very silly.
Why? What? Oh, boy.
You left me all to die. And he's like, my big issue is that I hate you all.
Yep.
Then he's going to throw, the floor opens up, he's going to throw a bomb in there.
In hot lava. Dan, what is happening? You're just skating over the stuff as if it does. Like, this is nonsense. It doesn't make a lick of sense in any world, including this world. The floor just opens up and it's hot lava under it, and he's going to throw a bomb, and somehow what is going on here? Oh, I hate this movie.
He throws a knife and Hansel falls. I don't know what that was about. And somebody says,
Hansel is like, hey, throw me the knife, Zoolander. And Zoolander throws it into his leg. Just like they did in Ace Ventura When Nature Calls in the 90s.
Oh, yes. A callback to that funny movie you like where he comes out of a rhino's anus.
That is a great scene, though.
And then we have a girl fight. It turns out that I think Alexandra was actually... what's her name's character? Mila Jovovich's character.
Yeah, Mia from the first one.
So I think she pulled, isn't it? Because it was Alexandra, right? I think so.
It was Kristen Wiig. Is that Kristen Wiig?
Yeah.
Yes, then yes.
So Kristen Wiig turns into Mila Jovovich, and then she fights with Penelope Cruz, and then Derek's kid is just like,
Cool.
And then Tommy Hilfiger looks over and says, Tommy likey.
You just love that so much.
That was so funny.
No, it was creepy because if you remember at the time, I thought he was a bad guy. So I thought maybe we were perpetuating the fact that he's a skis. I could have been wrong on that. I don't know. No, so now I feel a little guilty about it because now I don't know if he's a bad guy or not.
Yeah. Sting shows up and we find out that Sting is Hansel's father. Synchronicity, call back to the first movie. This is the greatest legacy sequel of all time. And then Mugato's going to blow the thing up, and Derek starts to zap it, but he can't do it. And then the kid starts doing the face, and he's doing
zap. Yeah, because this is not a thing, Dan. They don't have telekinesis, okay?
Yeah, that's what they did in the first movie.
No, the first one, first of all, is a joke, okay? And it's not, he doesn't control it with his mind. His look is so beautiful that it stops it in its tracks. Those are different things. He's not yeah.
The kid does El Nino. It's red, and they throw the bomb at Mugatu. Mugatu blows up, and he becomes a glitter bomb, and there's glitter everywhere.
I did like the glitter bomb. That was a fun touch.
The orgy is there. We find out that Kiefer Sutherland has lost his baby.
Oh my God, that's so good. I guess kicking in the door was a bad idea. So stupid. It's just so dumb. But kudos to Kiefer for fully committing to the bit. Unreal.
Yeah, and that's the thing you can really see is when you have like a real actor, a real comedic actor do something.
Yes.
They could do things.
That is the difference between the Happy Gilmore cameos and this movie is like you got a Kiefer in there that's just given 120. It's just like, why are you here? I love it.
Somebody kisses, I think. Oh, he wants to kiss Valentina, and the kid says okay.
And then the ghost wife says okay.
She says it's okay. Then I wrote something
Even though if you think about it, if I was Ben Stiller's wife, I'd be like, maybe don't kiss Penelope Cruz on the movie.
But that would be a good joke. They didn't think of that one. She should have said
great joke.
They should have gone with And then there's a pool party. Something pool party.
They do a lava pool party, and they're about to jump, and they jump into the lava.
And then in the next scene, they're all burnt.
Stupid joke. Stupid joke. So
and we do a bunch of newscasts which sort of wrap things up, and that's the end of the movie. The end of the incredibly funny movie. Terrible sequel to Zoolander 1. The couple problems with the movie: Kristen Wiig, way too little Mila Jovovich.
Well, so here's my thing, and I just honestly just get rid of Kristen Wiig. Just have it be Mia again. She's great in the first one. We loved her in the first one. Just have her be that character the whole time. We don't need that surprise twist. That's not. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it wasn't a.
That's my view on it.
Wasn't a twist. And that's it. Those are the problems with the movie.
No, well, that's wrong. I do find it interesting because here's how I feel about it, right?
How do you feel?
I'm comparing it to Happy Gilmore again. Happy Gilmore 2, not a great movie, a perfect sequel. Zoolander 2, a horrible, awful sequel, but a fine movie by itself. Yep. So they're just they're the exact opposites of each other in my mind. And one of them's better than the other, and it's called Happy Gilmore 2.
One of them, the filmmaker was artistically proud of what they did, but figured out that probably was not the path to spend their life on, and has gone on to make
some really great stuff like Severance. Come on.
Made Severance, which is one of the greatest television shows of all time. So I'm going to stick with the guy that goes on to make one of the greatest television shows of all time and has already put in, 3 seasons? Are there 3 seasons of Severance, or is it just 2?
Yeah, 3.
3
No, there's
seasons.
3. Right?
2 or 3 seasons.
I think it's 3. Now I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I know, I'm always losing my mind. And they're working on another one. So
maybe they're working. Okay, there's been 2 seasons. They're working on the third.
So they're working on the third season. Yeah, because the first season ended with we find out that she's who she is, and then the second season we're dealing with that and getting back to not a neutral point, but at least a point of more equilibrium between all the characters.
And I'm going the opposite way. I'm going with the guy who had so much care and compassion for his fans that he delivered something they'd enjoy instead of thinking he knows better than the people that love his art. How about that for an ego Ben Stiller?
And when Jack and Jill 2 comes out or Hubie Halloween 2 comes out, we will be watching those, and they will still be unwatchable garbage. That's the thing. I will say Happy Gilmore 2 is not unwatchable garbage. And when I put up the post, I did not say anything. I actually didn't say anything bad about the movie.
I know you didn't. I saw that. I thought that was very kind of you.
That wasn't for you. That was because I just don't think I don't think it's a very funny movie, but I understand that people liked it. It wasn't actively against the world. There are movies that are actively against the world. Think Eternals and whatnot. Not that Eternals wasn't against the world. Eternals was just kind of bad.
Just a poorly made film.
Yeah. I went to Netflix, and they always have the new movies, and they had this movie called Freelance, and I was like, "What is this movie?"
You never saw Freelance?
I started watching. I was like, it's Alison Brie and John Cena. I started watching it. I'm like, okay, yeah. We did do this movie. We did this movie.
Okay, I was like, I thought we did this together. Okay, thank God.
We absolutely did it. But
we did it when it was on Peacock.
Is that what it was? We did it on Peacock, but now it's over on now it's over on Netflix. And you were just like, oh man. And I remember I read what I said about it on there, and I was like, it's a pretty good trick to make John Cena charmless. I don't know if you said that. One of us said it during.
Who knows? Could have been either one because it's a true statement. It's the truest statement that's ever been said.
It's so sad. You're just like watching it again, and you're like, I've watched this, and you didn't take anything from it. That's a movie you literally took nothing from.
Neither of us even remember. Like, you brought it up, and I was like, I definitely saw it, and I thought it was for this, but I have no idea. That's how little this movie does for anyone. Dan didn't even remember he watched it until he was watching it. And it was like, we've done this movie.
I had to watch.
And when you brought it up, I wasn't like, yeah, we did that. I was like, did we do it? So not a good start.
I had to watch a good 10, 12 minutes of it before I was like, oh, okay. Here comes, what's his name plays his buddy. Christian Slater plays his buddy.
Oh,
who's running a mercenary thing, and they're going back after the same guy. Yeah. And that was the one where the dude, the South American dictator guy, was the good part of the movie.
Was the best part of the movie.
And we were just like, it's all
coming back
this
now.
This guy's great.
Yep. Yeah. Ugh.
And, you know, there's those movies that are just like, problematic.
Yeah. Neither of these movies, Happy or Zoolander 2, neither of them are that. You know, like they're both. I think that this. So Happy Gilmore is in like the 60%, I think, right? Critic score. And this is like 20%. I don't think that that's right. I'll say that.
The numbers on this movie are so wrong.
I hate this movie. So I get fans doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean the critic score of Happy Gilmore, I think, is in the 60s, right? I think they're both like 60%, and this is like 20%. And that's what I don't understand. Is like they're not, I don't know.
I have the feeling, well, I think movies, when they got judged by Rotten Tomatoes back then, it was a different world. That's
probably
bots
true.
And all the machinations that occur in the world are very different than they were, 9 years ago or what? Because this was 2016 or something. 2016. So that's 9 years ago. And things are very different. Right. And critics are different, and everything about it's very different. And I think the thing with Zoolander is so many people, like, this movie means something to them.
Zoolander's a perfect film. I'm just going to say it's a stupid, terrible movie, but it's so good. It's so good. And Skarsgård is in it, which I did not remember. Alexander Skarsgård, and he's so funny in the first one.
Supposedly
he shows up in this one too, as he's Adam in the Adam, Eve, and Steve scene. He plays Adam, and I was like, oh, thank you for bringing him back.
I think it said Andy Dick was somewhere in this movie.
Really? I don't remember that.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Now we're even. I don't know how we got even on two movies that are very not similar, but
really are.
That's sort of
either.
It's two movies that like bring up a visceral reaction for very particular reasons in both of us. So I mean, actually, my main reason is because I want Adam Sandler to be a good filmmaker, and I wish he would just.
Yeah,
I wish.
But I mean, he makes good. He is in good stuff, and when he applies himself, I think he's great. But I just don't think he's personally like that's not him.
That's
what I mean. Like
that's not who
he is. Billy Madison. He is that's what he likes, and just the fact that it didn't really work. Because in that same interview, he was like, "I just want to bring to the world what people like Eddie Murphy brought to me. Like that's what I want to give to the world." And the world didn't seem to care that much.
And maybe I don't know. Maybe the Hubie Halloween is the movie he really wants to make.
I think it is. I think that's what he likes. And then the world just doesn't necessarily see it that way. I don't know. I enjoy him. I love him, and I wish him the best. I hope he's doing okay.
I think he's doing fine because I think he insulates himself from the discourse. I think that's what he smartly does. Yeah. And because it's hard being a creator, even if you're Adam Sandler who has all the money in the world, you can get stung by the situation and completely change how you go about making your art because of criticism, which is really interesting. You got all the money of God, brutal. But you're still going to suffer the slings and arrows of those that would critique you.
Yeah, not me, Adam. I'm with you,
Tony. Yeah.
Sandman.
See, but you are like him.
I am like him. Yeah, we have similar.
You are fragile like that.
Yeah. When I was actually going to bring it up, but I was like, I'm not going to talk about myself.
Talk about yourself.
When I make my YouTube videos and they get like downvotes, even if it's just a couple, I'm like, well, what happened? What don't you like? I want to talk to those people, and that's the wrong reaction. I want to be like, well, tell me what you didn't like about it. Like, what is it about? And I'll fix it in myself. And that's the wrong attitude. He's doing it right. But I like.
I still think he still suffers, but he does everything he 100%. To limit the amount of incoming 100%. That he suffers from.
Because you got it. Because it does. It does hurt. Because you're like, this is what I enjoy. This is what I think is funny. This is what I want to do. And then if people don't like it, you're like, oh, you don't like me. Like, it's very personal. And when you do someone else's project, it doesn't feel that way. Like when I'm doing like a sketch that you wrote, not that I'm saying they're bad or anything, but like if I do a sketch you wrote and someone were to say like, hey, that wasn't very funny, I'd be like, oh yeah, well, cool.
That's fucking Dan's
problem. Like it's not me. Yeah, like I
Dan's
didn't do
the fuck
it.
Up, not me. I did exactly. I did everything necessary. He sucks.
But even the opposite is true too. So like when people are like, oh, that was really funny, I was like, oh yeah, well, thank you, but I'm just doing someone else's vision. Like it's very easy for me to be like, well, that's not me. That's not my true self. So when you put yourself into something and people don't like it, it's much harder.
It's like that one sketch you did for me and you fucked it up. I got very angry afterwards.
I still think about that all the time because you're so fucking mad at me. Like, I wrote this for you. And I was like, but you didn't tell me what. I have a lot of.
Which one do you remember?
It's the horror one where we like fell into something and I was supposed to be this jock guy. And I totally I made a guess at what you wanted. And after we were done, you were like, what? That wasn't it at all.
Well, that's when I learned you have to direct people. Even the people that you know can do
100%.
Because it's like,
I can't read your mind, Dan. Just because you wrote it with me doing something in my, I can't just read your mind. I love it.
I was so angry.
You were so mad at me. It's happened twice. It's happened 2 times to us.
And with Robot.
With Robot. Yeah, because I was playing a fucking robot. Nobody told me I wasn't supposed to play a robot.
And that is, that is how we all learn. Okay.
I love it.
So we're moving on.
Moving right along.
It's been a healing experience. I enjoyed myself. Tony did not. And that's the way I like it. That's what I like.
I think I've had a fun 2 weeks. I've had a fun 2 weeks with you.
It's been a roller coaster.
It's been different than previous episodes. Something new. 200 episodes in.
I only have gotten mad at you one other time. I don't remember what it was though. You liked something else that was terrible, and I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
That's always my favorite, though. Like, what is wrong with? What is the matter with you? Gets me going every time.
Oh, it's so funny. Okay, now we talk about something we like. I've been watching this guy on YouTube called Big Joel, and he's like one of those video essayists that does stuff.
Okay, sure. Big Joel.
Joel. He's like this little Jewish guy. I don't know.
First of all, that's very funny. That's a great bit. Big Joel's.
I think he's a little Jewish guy. I think so. He's quite funny, quite crazy, and
sure.
And he talks about things that he loves and hates. And he did a 2 hours on Netflix, which is really funny. I'm like, good God, this guy did maybe he did 2 hours 15 minutes. It's like we do 2 hours. We do almost 2 hours on a goddamn Happy Gilmore too.
You're right about that.
He did it on the entirety of Netflix's live action Avatar. Based on the cartoon, and he loves the cartoon just like I do. And
who doesn't?
And then he watched. Did you watch the whole Avatar the cartoon, Tony?
I sure did not.
Oh,
nope.
Okay. Well, go watch some more Friends. Better way to spend your time.
Friends, Psych, and Supernatural. If I hit one of those every day. It doesn't matter. One of them has to happen.
But he just like destroys and shows how all their changes are just bad choices. And he shows them like, through actual, showing the clip of what happened in the real one and why we began to care about the characters and how the change makes it so we don't care about the characters. And it is amazing how on a good thing you care, it's on a real, mostly TV shows, how they draw you in and make you care about the characters more than anything.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Big Joel. Love that name.
What do you got?
I'm a big fan.
What do you got, Tony?
Well, actually, it ties into something you were talking about, which is our good friend of the show, John Cena. I wish.
Don't
last weekend.
Don't let Shannon hear you say that. You'll be like, you don't know him. He's not your friend.
First of all, we'll wait till I tell my John Cena story because she's dead wrong. No, she's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. I wish she was my friend. Anyhow, so SummerSlam was over this weekend, WWE SummerSlam, and he is on his like retirement tour. He took a break, and he's come back, and he's doing one last year in the WWE, and he had a match with Cody Rhodes, which was fucking awesome. The stuff that he's doing at, I don't know, he's 50, I think, is unreal. Like, it makes me so embarrassed to be myself at 40. I can barely get off the couch. This guy's flying off the rope. Unbelievable. But they had like a really nice moment. I cried. There's like, they do like a handshake because he's kind of passing the reins down, you know, like it's a beautiful moment. And I just started thinking about how much I love John Cena and like what a genuinely good guy he is. And I got to meet John a couple of times at Yahoo throughout my work at Yahoo. And the first time he came in, it was probably 10 years ago, close to that. Like he's just, you know, he's a big guy, but he was one of the first people that had ever come in that introduced himself to the crew. Oh, wow. Generally, these stars come in, they sit in their seat, they talk to the host, which is fine. Like, that's, I totally get it.
That's their job.
He went around the room and was like, hey, I'm John. Nice to meet you. Like, what do you do? It was fucking unreal. I was like, who is this guy? And then he was so charming and so nice. He came back 2 years later and he was like, hey, you were here last time I was here. To me, and I was like, the fact he doesn't know who I am, doesn't know anything other than like he knows my face, recognized me, and he was like, you were here last time, and I was like, this is a genuinely good dude, and I love him. And so watching the SummerSlam, like he teared up a little, I cried, I was like, I love him, I just love him, And then, you know, a movie like that just crushes my heart because, you suck the soul out of John Cena. That's hard to do.
Yeah, you can go
watch. So hopefully he's got a nice...
You can go watch Freelance and have that ruined.
It just ruined everything. But SummerSlam was great, and he's wonderful, and I hope he enjoys his retirement.
Well, that shows you the power of movies, is you can take somebody that is the most charming person in the world and just ruin them. And if that's their first movie, that might be their last movie.
Amen to that. I do need to see his new movie with Idris Elba, Heads of State or something like that. Oh, yeah.
We're not doing it this week.
Oh, no. I don't think it's going to be a hate-watching movie. Okay. I think it's going to be very good.
That would be good.
I hope so.
This movie is one of those movies that just came out and was rocking the 0% on Rotten Tomatoes for a while. My understanding, it has moved up to 3%.
Oh, wow. Who's doing that?
Probably people.
Was it Amazon?
Yes. They probably paid some PR firm to just give us something.
It's just Jeff Bezos over there just being like.
This is the new movie, War of the Worlds.
Woo! Ice Cube! Love this guy.
Is it just Ice Cube? Is Jeffrey Wright in this, or is it just Ice Cube looking like Jeffrey Wright?
I have no idea. I don't know who's in it. I haven't even watched the trailer yet. Friend of the show, Todd, sent something to Dan and I, and that's the first I'd even heard of this movie, and I was like, "What is going on?" We have to watch it.
I had already heard some very, very negative things, or seen some very negative things about it. And I think it's like an Amazon original or something, right?
It sure is. Yeah.
So I guess
it's gonna be great.
The premise is it's kind of like watching a single person Zoom call. It's just some single person talking into the screen for an hour and a half, 40 minutes, explaining the War of the Worlds happening behind them,
outside of his room, I guess. Right?
I think it might be multiple people. Good. Maybe he calls some people. I don't know. I don't think it's just one guy doing the full hour and a half. But
do you think it was like Cube just being like, well, I don't want to leave my house, so if we could do the whole movie from this chair, I'm in.
Well, and kind of like, we're kind of past the COVID lockdown thing. We can
leave. We can go outside now.
Writer strike is over. We can kind of start doing stuff again, like normal movies.
I'm very excited to see this. So it's gonna be a good week.
War of the Worlds, baby.
I feel like I should go back and watch the Tom Cruise one just so I get a baseline of what the actual story is. Is that even? I never read the story. I guess I should maybe do that.
No,
it
doesn't matter. I mean,
because that's H.G. Wells, right? Or whatever his name is.
It's done fairly first person-y, and it is.
Okay.
I understand why they thought that they could do this, sort of approach. It does make sense.
Interesting.
Because as I remember it, the story is a little bit diary-like, so it's sort of like, and then I went here, and this is what happened here. It's not.
Interesting.
It's not a group, it's not like he spends a lot of time around a group of people. At one point,
sure,
he ends up hiding in like this farmhouse, under this farmhouse, and he's there with this crazy guy, and there's sort of, interaction with the two of them. But most of the time it's a solo story, it's like, here I go. So I understand the impetus for trying to do it like this. It's kind of like when they did whatever those movies, where they're the found footage ones, with the
Blair Witch.
Not that one too, but the one with the big alien that's walking around crushing New York City.
Oh it's John Goodman's in one of them. Cloverfield, yes.
That first Cloverfield movie, you were like, okay, I understand what this conceit comes from, and a few people are going to be able to pull off a movie like that and make it watchable, because the first one was enjoyable. Yeah. But it's not like we need this all the time.
Okay. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm ready to watch this movie.
If you like what we see, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave us a comment. Those are 3 things you could do. Our numbers have been a little better lately, over in the 40s and 50s. So,
it's probably because everyone was agreeing with me on Happy Gilmore too.
Getting some views. You want to say goodbye, Tony?
V's. Yeah, let's do it. So come back next week. We're watching War of the Worlds. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, watch it!